Crackhead's Garage, sponsored by Raptor Liner.
Damn, there's nothing good on TV. Let me see what I can find on YouTube. YouTube. What's this guy building? Looks pretty cool.
Sanded down the gutters.
Oh, jeez, he's home now.
And I taped off and I put a 2-inch, basically straight, a Raptor liner.
Hello?
To give the bike
Dad.
What?
So everything's shiny.
I think a shopping cart hit my
Give it
car.
something, give it a little character.
Come on, really?
Yeah.
So just take it off, straight it off.
Let's go take a look.
Some, truck bed liner.
Let me pause this. Oh my god. So we something, right?
I don't even know what happened.
You're at the store and the shopping cart is in the car?
Yeah. Look.
Damn! Shopping cart, Sam?
Yeah.
Come on. Were you racing again?
Yeah, but I won.
So here we are. The shopping cart incident. I don't know. Looks like a guardrail to me. So we are going to change out the fender today and possibly get that bumper sanded down in that corner and sprayed to match the fender. And then we have another door. The two parts that we got from the junkyard, they are silver and they have to get sprayed white to match the car. All right, so we got our junkyard door. We also got a junkyard fender, which I have underneath my makeshift table. And we're gonna rough everything up and get it ready for some Rust-Oleum white. So what we're gonna do is I got the turbo can of glossy white turbo can. We also have a can. I'll show you everything we use because I really couldn't find anything that uses a turbo can and then a match color because her car is pearl white or white pearl. And then I'm going to try to clear coat over it with the automotive clear coat and see if we can get a pearl out of it. I figure if we do a gloss white base coat and then lightly put the pearl on top of it, it should look pretty close. That's what happens when you're not careful and you're racing. Just going to give it a quick scuff. Knock down the shine. Harbor Freight, baby. Works pretty good. I did all the flat spots with the Harbor Freight. 5-inch orbital sander. Love that place. Good in a pinch. All right, so we're going to just time lapse me sanding this thing and getting it ready. We're not looking for a professional paint job here. We're just trying to get this stuff back on the car. All right, let's get some rubbing alcohol. Alcohol, rag. Soak the crap out of that. All right, so we're taped off pretty decent. We got everything that I really want taped off. Oh, you know what? Got to tape this off. Or maybe I can just pull it back enough. But I did find a can of Rust-Oleum satin. So I'm going to hit the inside of the door in satin. And then I'll hit it with the paint match afterwards and see how it comes out. But so let's put a light coat of this on and see what it looks like. If this comes out good, it'll be amazing. We'll let that dry up a little bit, and then we'll throw another one on. We got the inside of the door dry. It's all painted. I ended up coming back and hitting it with a Rust-Oleum gloss white over the satin, because the satin just didn't look good at all. But the sander worked pretty well. And I put 2 coats of satin and 2 coats of gloss white on there. And it doesn't look too shabby. So what I'm going to do is flip the door over, start sanding the other side, and then we'll get the fender up here and we'll start sanding down the fender and get that ready for paint. Fender's right there. So we got the door flipped over, put a brand new 100 grit on the sander, and we're going to have at it. Hopefully it doesn't scratch the crap out of the door. When I did the inside of the door, it doesn't really matter, but when you do the outside, I don't want to make giant marks on it. All right, so that 100 grit is just taking it down. There's no major scratches in it. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the inside of the doors. I just hit it with a rag with some alcohol, and it seemed to take pretty good. Rust-Oleum's a good product. So we can get the other top half of the door. We got it completely sanded down. I'm going to tape off that button and the keyhole. Got to tape off the rubber up there. We'll hit it with some alcohol. We'll blow the door off, hit it with some alcohol. Give it a couple shots of the turbo can. See how that works? I'm curious. So I'm going to blow this off and then come right back to you. We got a rag, well, paper towel, some alcohol. Oh, shoot, power out. We're under attack. Just kidding. Oh, yeah. Give me a match. So all I got to do is tape off this rubber molding on top. Tape off the rubber there, that lock. We'll do that in a minute, and we'll get spraying. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited to spray that turbo can. So I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I'm doing this painting stuff. Why not? Give it a shot, right? Maybe I should get a razor blade for that. Stand by. Oh, wow. What a dope. Just stab myself with a freaking X-Acto knife. I honestly think we're ready for some turbo canage. The lighting's not super great in here. So there's the turbo can. We have to shake this for about a minute, so give me a minute and I'll get right back to you. All right, so I shook it for about a minute or so. That's the tip to the turbo can. I don't know if you can see that. It's supposed to be like an 8 or 10-inch wide fan on it. All right, let's give it a shot, huh? I'm gonna try to hold the camera and do it at the same time. Holy shit! I don't know. This is spooky. Doesn't seem to be spraying right. Yeah, this isn't spraying right. There's something wrong with this nozzle. You know what I think happened? Somebody sprayed it in the store. There was wet paint, dry paint in between there. It's still in there. Jeez. That's how my life is. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hold the camera and spray at the same time. It's kind of nerve-wracking, I guess. The nozzle's no good. Little advice from spray it at the store before you leave. Somebody was messing around with this and the nozzle's jammed. So I guess we will not be spraying tonight. What a mess. I'm so freaking pissed off. Oh, all right. I'm sorry. What we will do is return that can and get another one. So we ran the Lowe's, got a brand new turbo can, been shaking it and shaking it. I didn't test it, but it looks like it's not clogged or has been sprayed. So hopefully it'll work this time. Much better. And that is one coat. Quick like a bunny. I degreased this really good down here. Still getting a little bit of fish eyes. I think it'll eventually cover though once I'll let it dry. And by the way, it's 65 degrees in here. It says between 50 degrees and 90 degrees. It dries to the touch in 2 to 4 hours. We'll let it tack up for a little bit and then we'll hit it again. So it's been about 15 minutes. Gonna throw this second coat on. Fish eyes are going away. It's actually laying down pretty good. So that's 2 coats. There's some lines in it. I might have to do 4. I'm doing them pretty light. Probably do 4 coats on that. Let this tack up for about 15 to 20 minutes and we'll hit it again. Coat number 3. My feet are sticking to the plastic. All right, we are going for number 4. I had to put a mask on. This stuff is horrendous to breathe in. Let's see how this last coat covers because I might even have to put another one on. I'm putting them on really light. I wonder if I should put them on thicker, but. So we got 4 coats of glossy white with the turbo. And I'm going to attempt to put on this white pearl perfect match. It's for a Toyota, I guess, but it says it's a white pearl. I've been shaking it for a couple minutes now. Definitely got a pearl to it. This light is kind of terrible. I can't tell if it almost has like a purpley sheen to it. I think I'm gonna put some more of that on. I think that's it for tonight. We'll let this dry up and we'll check it out in the morning. The color is spot on. This is the next day, 24 hours, and it laid down like glass last night. But now, because my garage got real cold, the paint dried and cracked everywhere. So I have to wet sand this entire door. But I tell you what, it is damn close, and it's not even cleared yet. It's pretty close to the color. Once it's wet sanded, I respray it again, and we get some clear on it. I think we'll have a pretty good match. It just stinks that I have to do it all over again, but that's how it goes when you're trying to save money, right? So this is what we have going on now. I couldn't sand it down. I literally had to get paint stripper to take that paint off, that Rust-Oleum off. It's such a bad situation. And it stinks too because, like I said, it looked really good. All I had to do was clear it. What's kind of cool is the original gray paint is staying intact. Only the Rust-Oleum's coming off. All right, so we are back on the painting project over here. This is going to be the new plan of attack. I have some new ingredients. We're going to hit it with the prep ball, get all the wax and everything off the fender. We're going to do the fender. Hopefully this comes out good. And then we'll move on to the door. We have the base coat matched for the car, and then we also have the pearl that's going to go on after the base coat, and then we have the 2K clear. So hopefully this is going to be definitely a better recipe than the first one. It was an absolute disaster, and I think I have a little bit better setup. What I'm going to do is, I have it pretty warm in here right now. I'm going to open up the garage door, spray with the fan, get all the fumes and the overspray out of here, and then I'm going to take the fender, I'm going to walk it into the house and let it dry, and then next coat, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to spray it, walk it into the house where it's much warmer. 15 minutes later, come back out and spray it again. And we're just going to keep doing that till everything's done. We got 3 or 4 coats of each one, and it's cleared. So the first thing we're going to do is hit it with this prep ball. This gets all the grease, wax off the piece. All right, let's shake up the base coat. This is going to be way difficult. What a bad setup again. All right, we're going to call that one 1. Come back and hit it again, 15 to 20 minutes. All right, this is going to be coat number 2. Number 3. All right, that's 3. Let's let it dry 15 minutes. Number 4, baby. I honestly might let this one dry 15 minutes and hit one more coat, just so you don't see that gray behind there. There's a freaking bump. Jeez. All right, so that's number 4. We'll come back for light 5 and we're good. I think this will be the final coat. This is coat number 5 of the base coat. We're going to be putting our first coat of pearl on here. This pearl is called Winter Frost for Nissan. It's not going to need many coats of this because I can see it already. Bring it back inside, let that dry for 15. Here we go. Coat number 2 of the pearl. I like it, like it, like it, like it. All right, guys. Last coat of the pearl. Digging it. Digging it. All right, that's the last coat of pearl. The next 4 coats are going to be the gloss. All right, this is the clear. I've been shaking it for a couple minutes now. It's a clear Glamour 2K Spray Max. Supposedly 2-3 coats of this and it should be glossy. What you have to do is take this red cap and puncture the bottom because it has a built-in hardener. And then you shake it for another minute after that, I do believe. So I'll shake this up and then we'll start recording again. So you have to mask up when you wear this because it has that hardener in it. And you definitely don't want to breathe this stuff in. I'm going to do one light coat. I'm scared I'm going to mess it up again. Clear coat number 2. Number 3. Number 3 on the clear Kizote. There is a little trash in it. Hopefully we can wet sand that out. Maybe one more.
We're gonna get this hood open. I think that's a good place to start. So what we're gonna try to do, we're gonna try to get this fender off without taking the entire bumper off the car. We're gonna try to do it the lazy man's way.
So there's a bunch of Phillips screws inside the wheel well. You're going to need to turn your tire to get to them. I did have this part of the car off a while back. She got into a little fender bender a couple years ago with it. So I actually had to take this apart once before. There's a 10 millimeter back here. Actually, it might be smaller. So up in here, there's a 10 millimeter screw or bolt right in there. That's what we're taking out now. That pops that open. There's going to be a couple in the bottom here. Sometimes you can get lucky and bend that skirt down. There's going to be a few up here. 10 millimeter. Headlight bracket comes off. 10 millimeter. Another one in the top here. Trying to remember where they all are. One in the top window. And like I said, there's 2 down at the bottom here. Sometimes you can get lucky and the skirt comes out. I apologize, there's 1 down here. Oh no, 2. See if we can get in here with this angled one. And there she is. The shopping cart caper. So we got the freshly painted fender. We're going to do everything in reverse now. You know what I got to do is fish out every screw that dropped. So let me do that first. This fender's got a ton of orange peel, but hopefully we can give it a good wet sanding after everything's on. Wet sand the front of the bumper, the fender, the door, and the quarter panel. These are the problems you run into when you do it the lazy man's way. Probably should have took off the bumper. Took off the side skirts. Word. Let's call down Tokyo Drift so she can take a look at it. We got the fender going on. I got the mounting screws in the top there. Finish up inside the bumper and down near the side skirt. Gonna close the hood and see how it looks. Also, like I said, it's got some serious orange peel. I'm trying to paint this stuff in my garage and it's 42 degrees outside. What I painted is much whiter than the rest of the car. That's what happens when you're Tokyo drifting out there. The gap's not all that great either. And this is a factory stock fender from the junkyard. But like I said, this has been changed out before. Wow, nasty orange peel. All right, let's keep on going. I got a little trick. If the bolt doesn't stay inside the socket, take plastic baggie, shove it over the bolt, stick it in the socket, and most of the time, it'll take up the gap and it will stay in there. So I think what we're going to do is sand and spray this bottom portion of the bumper. Try to get it to match a little bit. Use the same paint that we used on the fender. I don't know if I said it yet. This is a 2009 Nissan Altima Coupe, and it's had a bunch of facelifts on it. I'm going to try to keep it alive here. All right, so I think I'm going to sand and then tape. We're basically just trying to get her a little bit more time out of this car until she gets a new one. So we're going to hit this with that prep spray that gets all the wax and stuff off. So what we are going to do is we're going to, no, did it wrong. We're going to tape this backwards and you're going to fold it You gotta get a pocket going. So we have a pocket here. There's no tape line. So hopefully, if I do it correctly, when you come to this part, you hit up, 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 and hopefully it'll gradually go into this area, and there won't be any an extreme tape line on there. Not gonna lie, I don't even know how many coats this is. Coat number 4 or 5, I don't know. But I'm gonna say it's the final coat of the base coat. So I got done putting on another coat of pearl. We're gonna start with the clear. I think it's gonna be some wet sanding and maybe another coat of clear on the fender to get it to match everything else. But that's the last coat of clear on that. And then we'll unmask and see what we got going on. It's been like 15-20 minutes. We're gonna clean up this area. I'll leave the heater running. We're gonna start pulling this paper and tape off. I can almost bet you she's gonna have me painting this whole car the same dark color. It's gonna take me 2 weeks. We still ended up with a little line on there. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. I think honestly when I wet sand the fender, if I wet sand that should hopefully blend in a little bit. Might even blend it on the top of the ridge of the hood, just a tiny bit, just to get it to match a little bit better. Then this whole car will be the same color once I do the door and the quarter panel. All right, I think I might run to the hardware store, or not, sorry, the auto parts store, and grab a can of plastic dip for that wheel because it's all marred up. I really hate the way that this fender came out. I did a horrible job. And we got to get the other door on. And I got to do the body work in the rear. Got to get that all filled in. So what I think we have to do is give this thing a paint job that's as tough as the driver is. I think we're going to have to replace this door, fill the body back there, and give it a Raptor paint job. We're going to try to do white Raptor. And I'm going to put in a ton of glitter and see if it gets glittery, because I can't stand the job I did on that. We're going to start in the back of this big mess back here. And then when my buddy gets here to help me with the door, we'll move on to that. But I figure if I can get some body filler on this back part, because I am not the greatest body man in the world, but if I could body fill this area and then Raptor line it, we should bury it. My neighbor's cutting the lawn, got the garage doors open, so we'll get right into grinding. All right, let's mix up some body filler. Showing you the progress. I started at about 9 o'clock this morning, and it's about 2 o'clock now. Doors on, body work's done in the back, finishing up taping. Still got a ton of work to do. Got to get these lights taped off, that valance taped off. Jordan's doing the mirror, and then we got to sand the entire car down. But I figure you guys don't want to see us taping. What fun is that? So we'll get back to you when it's all taped up and sanded, and we're gonna start getting ready to spray some Raptor on this bad boy. All right, so we are all sanded down, all taped off. Wheels are covered. Wet the ground, probably gonna wet it again. All right, we're gonna mix up some Raptor, some glitter.
Welcome back to Dave's Garage, guys. I mean, Big Head's Garage, guys. Today we're gonna be that's so hard. I would never be able to do it. We're gonna be mixing some Raptor liner for my daughter's car because she messed it up real bad.
It's not easy, is it?
No, it's not, because you don't even know what to say anymore.
Gonna mix up some Raptor liner. 8, I think it's, no, there's a little line. 8 fluid ounces of hardener. Don't drink it. Looks like vodka, but don't drink it. Pour that in. And we're gonna put glitter in this too. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna give it a shot. And then here's, this is tintable Raptor liner. And here's the white paint they give you to pour in. Tint this up. How many caps do you think we're gonna put in of glitter, Sam?
I don't know, a lot, I think. What?
It's mixing itself in there.
Oh my,
A lot of glitter?
me.
Did I scare you? What's a lot of glitter? Because we gotta kind of measure it. How many caps?
Oh, well, it needs to be even per bottle. So
That's what I'm
right there,
saying.
just do 1 cap per bottle. Actually, no, a little more. A cap and a half. Yeah.
I don't know if this has been done before. It may not even work.
Oh my god, it better work. You keep saying that.
Because I don't know. I've never seen anybody do it before. I don't know if it's gonna work. All right. So it says you got to mix this for 2 minutes. So we're gonna mix it for 2 minutes and come back. So we shook it for 2 minutes. I'm adjusted to 40 psi, and let's see what we can do. See what kind of mess we can make out here in my driveway. Number 4, last and final bottle. Hopefully that'll cover all the spots. We got a little bit of tiger striping on the hood that we got to get rid of, and the whole driver's side needs to be done. So hopefully this bottle will do it, because there's some spots on the bottom. What guardrail? What accident?
There was nothing.
Nothing now. Thanks to Raptor Liner.
Shout out to Raptor Liner, sponsor Big Head's Garage.
Big Head's Garage, sponsored by Raptor Liner. Guys, after a very long day on the Ultima, it is now completely Raptor line. I'll stand back so you can get a good look at it. Not bad. We got to get the front window tinted, and we got to do the front and rear emblems, do the grille. But I think she came out pretty good. Not a lot of tiger striping on it. And white's a tough color to do. Came out pretty good. Tokyo Drift will be happy. Well, I guess the glitter worked, because it literally looks like there's diamonds crushed into the car. Insane. Looks ridiculous. So glitter and Raptor liner works. All right, so we are 100% on this rebuild or repair. The grill is now black. Got some glitter going. It's what she wanted. Raptor liner saved my butt on this, because I am not good at bodywork and I am not good at painting, and that stuff hides everything. It was 4 cans or 4 containers that it came with the kit, with the gun, with the white pigment for it, and it came out really good. The roof is black, the emblem's black. That's all just plasti dip. I guess I could wrap the roof. If it starts to peel, we can have it wrapped. But I think it looks pretty good. She's digging the glitter. I don't know if you can see on there, it's pretty glittery. But I think it came out pretty darn good. She's happy with it. I'm happy with it. And I got a little teaser. The next build on the lift, we got a 2001 929. We'll get into that more when we start the build on that. All right, so that's gonna be a wrap for this video. Tokyo Drift is digging the Raptor liner with glitter in it. We did finish it up. There's no more dents in the car anymore. And we do have another project on the lift. We got that Honda 929 we're gonna be building. So please stay tuned for that. Subscribe, like, share, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.